Hola amigos de Cine Premier, estamos en el Doctor Who The World Tour y vamos a entrevistar en video a Jenna Coleman y a Peter Capaldi.
The Doctor needs us, you more than anyone.
Bring the carriage, now!
I'm very surprised but thrilled that there are so many fans in Latin America. I had no idea that the show was so big here.
I actually came on holiday to Mexico last year as well, but never Mexico City before. So we got to see, is it the Angel? We got to see the Angel as we drove past, which is incredibly beautiful. And just the view really, but the people that we've met are great, very lovely.
And how excited are you that people are finally going to see you as 12?
Well, I'm excited and a little nervous, a little scared, because obviously it's a big job. I hope people like me. But the nice thing about Doctor Who in its past, I know that even if people don't like me, there will always be some people who love me, because that's what happens with Doctor Who. You know, there's always, the more people dislike a doctor, there's always a little group that say, he's my doctor and I will love him and he's fabulous. So some people will always like me.
Different Doctor, Peter now, the 12th Doctor. How difficult is it for you to work now with Peter and...
It's not difficult, it's just different, which is really exciting and great and brilliant as an actor, but also for the show and catapulting it forward and just a challenge in the best way to kind of make something new, which I feel is what we've done. It feels like it's Doctor Who, but very much a new tone and a new feel.
If you're going to play a part like this, you have to bring it to you. You know, I wanted the Doctor to be closer to me than he was different from me. Now he's different from me because he's courageous and brave and clever and witty and he's a Time Lord, and I'm not any of those things. But I thought it would be better to make him more like me physically and the way that I spoke than more not like me.
He is a madman in a box, a madman with a box, and I think for Clara, who had everything under control with 11 and, you know, was maybe at the beginning of falling in love with him, to suddenly have this new Doctor in her life, you definitely see the control freak out of control. So that stuff's been really, really fun to play.
And what's the most fun you had about playing the Doctor?
I think, it's great to work with the Daleks.
I mean, I love coming to work every day. I love looking at the call sheet and seeing the TARDIS scenes, the TARDIS days, and all my stuff with him, because it's that friendship, I think, which is so special, but as well, just the kind of, I think just being the human in that series who gets to experience all the incredible things in time and space, and also to be the person who can put the Doctor in his place.
That's fantastic. Working with any kinds of monsters. The most fun I've had is working with Jenna Coleman, who I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
And every day we work together and she brings so much to the role of Clara Oswald, and she's so graceful and funny and beautiful and clever.
It took about 3 days of being kind of, hello, nice to meet you, and being very, very polite before the two of us were just laughing our way through the series pretty much.
The Doctor? What's he doing here? There is trouble. Where else would he be?
And what about the journey that Clara's going to have this season? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a lot of it is to do with Clara trying to live two lives at once, and trying to have a home life and be a school teacher, and she starts to fall in love back at home, and then also to have this life with the Doctor, but she likes to keep them both very, very separate. We did a Robin Hood episode where we got to meet Robin Hood and that stuff, because I love all the fairy tale, I love the magical fairy tale stuff, so that was kind of Clara going to her, stepping inside a storybook. And having all the merry men around, so it felt like stepping into like the literature, actual storybook of Robin Hood. So that stuff was great.
What was your reaction when you found out you were going to be the next Doctor?
The phone rang and I picked it up. It was my agent, and she said, "How would you feel about being the new Doctor Who?" And I went, like that for like 20 minutes.
Oh my God!
Clara, tell me, am I a good man?
I don't know.
I must tell you that I believe that the show had a period when it was played here in the 60s, and I think that it was called Dr. Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that name. Isn't that great, Dr. Mysterio?
Doctor Misterio.
I'd like to have that back.